Scuf on the beat, so twerk it, bitch.
Yo, what is up boys and girls, welcome back to another Black Ops 3 video, and I finally got my beautiful Scuf controller. I believe my girlfriend actually ordered it for me for Christmas on the 15th of December, and it actually arrived this Friday, which is quite annoying because I work all of the weekend, so I didn't really get to use it much during the weekend itself. However, I did put in a bit of a grind yesterday to, just be able to test it out, see what all the fuss was about and so on, and I am pretty happy so far. The gameplay on screen is one of my first actual gameplays using the Scuf, so I was kind of still pretty new to it, and I ended up facing a clan, which is just my luck, but I did do pretty damn well, and considering my team was actually pretty, I'm not gonna lie, but they were pretty bad. I felt my performance was upload worthy, so that's why the video on screen is the one you're seeing now. But onto the controller itself, I want to give a small review to you guys about what I like and dislike about it. Obviously the grips are probably my favorite part of it, as opposed to the paddles, of course, and this is because using the normal controller I found myself having to put the controller actually down and having to wipe my hands a lot due to sweat. It was really annoying, and any of you to actually experience the same thing will know exactly what I mean. So having these kind of foamish like grips, I believe they are, will hopefully put a stop to that, or at least not make it happen as much as it actually did. But onto the paddles themselves, I mean, with the normal PS4 controller I had a specific grip which I like to do, which was place 3 of my fingers kind of around the thing itself, probably like you guys as well, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, it's been slightly difficult to adapt to it because I now obviously have to use my middle fingers for the paddles, and I can only put 2 fingers around the outside, but I can't place them exactly where I want them to be, so I have to hold the controller quite low down. I'm not too sure if you guys can see that, but it is quite inconvenient. With the paddles themselves, I mean, you learn that pretty fast. Not so much learn, but you do get used to it. Obviously having to press each individual paddle to either jump or aim down or stab, sorry. I mean, it's the reason why I got the controller, so yeah, I can't really complain about that really. Although I will say, when I do find myself shooting, I do kind of panic jump sometimes, or I do panic aim down the sight when I jump as well, which is quite annoying because obviously it does I play on a very high sensitivity, so it does make it slightly difficult to actually have a proper aim at the opponents themselves. But it is something I guess I will have to give time to get used to. I mean, I've come a long way as it is already with it, and I have barely used it, so I'm pretty happy with it all in all. In terms of everything else about the controller, I mean, it's just standard. Other than the paddles and the grip, it's a genuine PS4 controller, I suppose you guys could say, and I really have no complaints about it. The build itself seems fine. It's not, I don't think it's built with exactly the same materials as the normal Sony PS4 one, but I mean, they're there or thereabouts, and it does feel good in your hands, I'm not gonna lie. Other than that, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. For 120 or 130 pounds, I believe it was. It is a bit of a steep price, but you guys, if you do end up wanting to do it as well, you can just send in any controller you do have from the PS4, well, as long as it's the official ones anyway, and they can just they could add the paddles for you for an extra 40 pounds, I believe, but you do have to cover postage itself, so it does make it quite a lot cheaper. But the fact of the matter is, I needed another controller anyway, so I'd still have to spend about 40 to 50 pounds on it, plus another 40 to 50 pounds on the build itself, as well as posting. It would amount to pretty much the same thing, so I ended up and just got one completely made for me. I also got it with the electro remapping system, because, in case you do, or I do, want to change any of the buttons or the button configurations for the paddles, I can do it quite easily. Now the price for that, I believe, was £20, which is actually pretty steep for a small magnet, because that is essentially what it is. But at the end of the day, it's a price you have to pay, because if you don't get it and in the future they end up changing some of the COD configurations, which we like to say they won't, but we just never know at the end of the day. It's good to have these things to be prepared. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason I got it with the electrico remapping. The grips, as I said, don't usually come with it as well, I believe. I'm not too sure actually, but I got mine specifically because I wanted to stop my hands from sweating as much, and I didn't want to have to keep putting the controller down, especially with the paddles, as you know, it does. You need a good few seconds to get a good grip on it that you want to play with, if you know what I mean, guys. If any of you have it, you'll probably agree. If you end up getting it, you'll see what I mean as well. But the gameplay, onto the gameplay itself, I mean, like I said, I was playing against the clan, and right there is where it helps out. I mean, if you can actually jump and aim whilst in midair or jumping, it just helps so much. So I managed to get those, I believe 4 guys at the end. Actually, I don't really know why they were all together. They were turned away from me, so I would have got them either way, I'd like to think. But it's just nice, guys. I mean, I upload quite a lot of Black Ops videos, so I thought I'd invest in these. Why not? But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching. This was my review on the Scuf itself. Hopefully it's helped you guys out in case you were considering buying one and weren't too sure whether you actually wanted to or not. Hopefully I've given you a bit more information which you could put to use in order to make your decision. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching the video as always. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and peace out.